the semifinal. And for now, we're going to check with the analyst to break down that second TSM win.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. 2-0 now for TSM. I mean, the both of you predicted Immortals. How are you feeling right now in your predictions, Loco? There it is. There's the answer.
I mean, I'm still going to make it to the gym by 4.
Right.
Just not the result I expected. I did say that TSM were going to be stronger than people expected, though, because I had been hearing things behind the scenes, but I did not expect this type of performance from them. And also from Immortals, it looks like what Azale was saying. They're overthinking things. I think they're trying to be too creative, and they don't really have to be. I think that they're good enough individually and as a team that if they just stick to what was working, then they'll find success.
Well, there they are right now on the back foot. They're going to have to win 3 in a row in order to make it to the finals in Vegas. Loco, talk to me, though. Let's go all the way back to Champion Select because we had some suggestions about what they should do. Put Huni on to a carry top laner, and they were able to pick that Urgot into the Zed, the supposed counter pick. So from a draft perspective, things looked to be good.
So I actually really liked the Immortals draft. Turtle is great quirky player, and Huni on a carry top, and Reignover on Gragas. Even though the meta is tank top and carry jungle, like these two champions are exceptional. Yeah, GP's really great into Poppy. Gragas is a stellar pick. And Huni just played so badly. Oh, they lost the bottom 2v2 really hard. And then Pobelter and Turtle and Adrian were keeping them in it, and then Huni went back top, and then he got killed again. You're O2 GP, you bought Call, you bought Corrupting Potion, your Trinity is going to come really late, you're going to hit your level 13 spike really late, and then, ugh.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, basically that's misplay then from Immortals off of a good draft.
But I also think that Svenskeren played out of his mind. Svenskeren's jungle timings, like they were actually kind of standard against Huni. Huni should have been expecting that, and Reignover actually started Gromp in that first one that happened down bottom, and then he ended up coming there. So it was very different because Svenskeren was out jungling Reignover, but he got Nidalee. And that first pick Nidalee is incredibly strong.
You have to respect the Nidalee. One of the fastest clear times in game, and then if she gets behind you, her damage is insane. Like, Huni's just ignoring all that, and he's just farming so far up in the lane while Reignover's doing Gromp. I don't feel like Reignover got out-jungled. It's more of his teammates are just dying, and you're a Gragas who's going to jungle slower than a Nidalee, and you're already coming into terrible situations. Like, Immortals still has what it takes to win this series, but they just have to. They really have to untilt.
Yeah.
Right. We've thrown a lot of criticism at Immortals in this series, but I also want to flip to the other side and look at what TSM is doing right. In particular, I want to look at 2 players, Svenskeren, as you already mentioned, and also Yellowstar, right? Throughout the regular season, there was criticism thrown at all the different players on TSM at different times, but those 2, more than any other, were the most beleaguered players on that team, right? They were the ones who needed to step up and had these high expectations coming into the season, weren't delivering. Well, Svenskeren, in particular, so far in the playoffs, has been a monster, and Yellowstar even stepping up. We still see some slight mistakes coming out of him here and there, but for the most part, with those 2 stepping up, the team just looks so much more cohesive.
Yeah, I mean, if you're an import, you have to compete against the world. As an NA player, you're only competing versus NA players in a sense for a spot on the team, but TSM used their 2 import slots on Sven and Yellow, and they weren't delivering, and then now Svenskeren is being a great carry jungler. Like, his Nidalee really sick, his Graves really sick. His Kindred is also really good, but it's just getting banned out. So, yeah, I mean, Sven's doing hella work.
Yeah, I definitely think that Sven is stepping up in this series. He's synergizing with Hanser, and that synergy looks much more solid right now than the one that we're seeing from Immortals in this series. Svenskeren is getting kills up there. He's ganking the lane at the right time. He's actually communicating with them and saying, like, this is where the wards are going to be, this is where their wards are, and it just overall looks like a cohesive unit. They're leaving Bjergsen kind of on an island and allowing him to do his own thing, and he's stepping up. He's having the Bjergsen type of season that he was having last year. And Yellowstar, this guy he's playing really well. I think he's actually fulfilling the support role ideally in this series.
And we saw their double of fueling up for Game 3. They're getting a little snackage in before he heads back to the stage. Last thing I want to hit, though, too, from the side of TSM is the way that they've been attacking teams in the playoffs. Something that we didn't see so much in the regular season was them identifying strong or weak points in their enemy team and exposing those. Particularly in the playoffs, when we look at the series against C9, they did an incredible job shutting down Jensen, who was the big carry for C9 throughout the split. Here, targeting Reignover, making Reignover obsolete, getting that Nidalee around the map, making laners play safe, and Reignover just can't keep up. So, like, really great identification of where the strengths of their opposing team lies and attacking that specifically.
Yeah, and also, they're not really attacking Huni. Huni got a counterpick matchup into GP into Poppy, and he's just not delivering. For Immortals, I feel like Huni and Reignover are the very core of that team, and if they don't deliver, they're not going to win versus TSM.
All right, well, as we mentioned, on the back foot, they need to win 3 in a row to come back. TSM, they're going to be feeling confident. They've taken a 2-game lead in this best of 5, so stick around to see if they're headed to the finals or if Immortals can keep the series alive. We'll be back in just 3.5.
Urgot. Sure. Yeah, Urgot. Let's go.
There's the first kill. Yellow Star's next up. The lock-on is easy, and Povelter gets a double kill.
Oh, but that's big.
Look at the trap on Adrian. He's almost instantly got to go.
Body slam. What a play from Svenskeren. But here goes Bjergsen.
In for the play. Death Mark is on, and that's going to be getting the kill right there. Off goes the Death Mark.
GP. Turn. Go. Chase Urgot. Chase on flash. He's dead. Play slow, don't die.
Good job, guys.
Nice. Looking for a second straight finals appearance on a different team.